Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how to catch some bluegill, either for catfish bait or you can eat them. And all I'm doing is just pitching it up here on these, along the bank, letting it sit around. If you're lucky, you get one of these little slabbers. That's a good one. Motor off. That's a good one there. These suckers are coming up on their spawn right now in a couple of weeks. We're at the end of April. Probably not even a couple of weeks, depending on water temperature and the moon. They'll be spawning here pretty soon. We're 77 degrees today. It's warmed up a bunch. We had a bunch of rain. Water temperature's dropped. But it's a lot warmer now. For the dads out there that have a kid that wants to go fishing, this is your best way to start out. It's cheap. You can buy the cheapest rod you can find. Heck, it can be a Barbie rod. All you need is a little hook and a tub of worms and a bobber. Kid gets out there and hates fishing. Hates it because it's hot, it smells, and there's bugs everywhere, and the fish are scary. And you're out 15, 20 bucks for a fishing rod, and you give it to your neighbor. If he likes it, you're blessed. What I'm doing is fishing right on the bank. Just a few feet off the bank. So, all you bank fishermen, it's a good little lesson to you that a lot of times these fish are right on the bank. Biggest thing with bank fishing is scaring the fish away, believe it or not. Getting down to the water's edge and stuff, you have to really be careful, because these fish, probably half their predators hit them from above. Well, not half, but they get hit a lot from above, from birds and raccoons, that kind of stuff. Yeah, what I'm doing is just throwing it up in the shallow water. They're either here or they're not. I mean, it's a quick bite. They hit it quickly. Ooh, had one pop right there on the bank. A good size shell cracker. Here these are stationed at the spawn. I'll get them in groups. Still good fish. Pretty fish. Red ear. That's that little red place right behind their gill there. That little red right behind the blue. Almost looks like a bluegill, but it's a red ear. Shell cracker. I'm sure there's 50 other names for them out there. And I'm not one to let it sit there forever. I pretty much put it out there, leave it 15-20 seconds. If it's not getting popped, they're not there. Like that one got hit pretty quickly. Now, not that you can't catch fish if you leave it sitting there for a while, you can, but most of the time it's easier to find biting fish. Kind of like bass fishing almost. It's easier to find some hungry ones than it is to wait on one that once decides it wants to eat this or come swimming through. So I kind of keep moving until I find a pot of them. Now, when I find a group of fish, I'll try to stay as close to them as I can. Either using the trolling motor, or I've got these big fiberglass rods. I call them powerless poles. They're like a power pole without any power. And I'll stick those in the bottom, and that'll hold me in place. What I'm going to do over here is go over here. See these limbs? A lot of times these trees with limbs on them, they'll hold fish underneath them. You get insects, all kinds of creepy crawlies out there on those limbs, eating stuff, laying eggs, whatever they do. They fall in the water. And the bluegill like hanging out underneath there and picking off that stuff when it hits the water. If you can find a tree that has caterpillars or anything like that, or if you hit one of these, there's one right there. If you hit one of these trees, hit a limb off of it, back off here, don't get too close. You hit one of the limbs and a bunch of little bugs go falling off. Sometimes the water will blow up underneath it. It tells you right there that it's a place to be. We have mayflies. It's a hatch that happens here typically in June. I don't know why they're called mayflies. It always seems like it's June when it happens. Those things are by the millions. I'll try to get some video of that, but those things will be up on one of these trees, and you'll hit one of those trees and they'll fall in the water and that just blows up. I'll try to get some video of that. And there we go, got one. You can move back into there. Another bluegill. A little more bait on that hook's getting a little bit bare. As you can see, that's just a little bitty. I think it's a number 8 octopus circle hook. So it kind of makes it dummy proof. It's a good small hook. And I actually put this worm on. I don't leave a whole bunch of stuff dangling off, because what will happen is they'll hit the end of that thing, pull the whole worm off. I put it on there kind of like a jig, or like you would a plastic worm almost. Kind of thread it through the body, leave some sticking out the end. Now I call these bluegill, call them bream. They're basically in the sunfish family, just like a largemouth bass. They're just a lot smaller. There you go. A lot of different ones. There's bluegill, which is a specific type of bream. There's green sunfish, red-breasted, all kinds of. They have something they call pumpkin seeds, and shell crackers. All of those are in the same family. And they make excellent catfish bait. We're legal. Not all guys get to fish with them. I had a guy online I was talking with today. He's from Minnesota. They can't use them in Minnesota. And that's too bad. But I think a lot of that may have to do with the population of sunfish. So most of the time laws make sense. Not all the time, but most of the time. Now I got some boat weight coming in right now. Generally I don't get bit when there's boat weight. I think it gets a little bit sloppy in there, and the fish are wondering what the heck's going on. So generally I don't get bit right now. Boat makes it easier to cast in here for sure. This is a lot harder to do from the shore. Generally speaking, lower the light, better the fishing. Until it gets dark, then they don't bite. Don't know why. Don't have real good luck catching bluegill after it gets dark. Not getting any around this tree. See, I don't give it a long time. I've tried this tree, a couple different little spots here. I'm going to move on from it. They try on the other side of it. It's one of them things too. You just get here on the other side of this tree and you can be on them. So, let's see what happens. Boom. There you go. There he is. Oh, line's twisted around the end of the rod. It's a big one now. Bigger one. Pretty coloration right there around the mouth. Pretty fish. Alright guys, I hope you learned something. Appreciate you watching too. If you like these videos, please hit that little subscribe button down there in the corner. I'm going to catch another one. And please leave any comments or questions you have in the comment section below. And I look forward to seeing you out on the water.